Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Vinny from Vita Productions. Normally, we would have an NBA 2K game going on right now for my season playthrough. However, we are done with the month of November. So now we're going to go and look over the statistics, awards, and the standings after the months of October/November. If you enjoy this content, please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon also to receive notifications when these videos do drop. Because I don't want to bore you all, we're just only going to go through the top 10 for each category here. We start off with the points. Of course, the leading scorer is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander of the Oklahoma City Thunder with 41.2 points per game, followed by Anthony Edwards at 33.8 points per game for the Timberwolves. Devin Booker of the Suns is third with 31.6 points per game. Jalen Brunson at number 4 at 30.9 points a game. Trae Young, 30.2 points per game on average. He's number 5. Nikola Jokic, number 6 in the league in scoring at 28.8. He is the first non-guard to be shown on here. Second non-guard to be shown on here would be Kevin Durant at 28.4 points per game. He is number 7 in the league. Ja Morant, 26.5 points a game at number 8. Followed by Cade Cunningham at 26.4 points per game at number 9. And then last but not least, to round out the top 10 will be Jaren Jackson Jr. at 26.3 points a game on average for the Grizzlies. That rounds out your top 10 for scoring. And now we look at the rebounds here. We have Nikola Jokic leading the league in rebounding, 13.1 rebounds a game. Jalen Duren, 13.0 rebounds a game, number 2. Then we have Domantas Sabonis at number 3 with 12.9, followed by Victor Wembanyama at number 4, 4th, 12.2. Rounding out the top 5, Evan Mobley, 12.0 rebounds a game, followed by Giannis with 11.9 points a game. Nicholas Claxton of the Brooklyn Nets, 11.8 rebounds a game at number 7. Number 8 in rebounding would be Bam Adebayo at 11.4 rebounds a game. Karl Anthony Towns averaging 10.8 rebounds a game. He's number 9. And to round out the top 10 will be Ivica Zubac. He has 10.6 rebounds a game for the Clippers. Now looking at the assists per game, we have Luka Doncic, the only one that's actually averaging over double digits. Looking for the Lakers, the only one averaging double digits in assists per game. He's number 1. Trae Young at number 2 with 9.3. At number 3, Nikola Jokic. And Jokic is in the top 10 in every of the 3 main categories so far, at least for offense, with 8.9 assists per game. The only one close that I think that's close enough to get averaging a triple double. I mean, Luka Doncic with the rebounds, he actually could average a triple double as well if he can continue to crash the boards as well as dish out those assists. TJ McConnell at number 4 with 7.8. And then we have a two-way tie for number 5. We have Ja Morant of the Grizzlies and James Harden of the Clippers, 7.7 assists per game. Tied for 7th would be LeBron James of the Lakers and D'Angelo Russell of the Mavericks with 7.5 assists each. Then we got Giannis Antetokounmpo with 7.3 assists per game. And then Cade Cunningham with 7.1, even though technically he's probably number 11. But technically he is number 10 as well because, as I said, you have 2 players that are tied for number 5 and number 7. And now we look at some of the defensive players here. We have TJ McConnell and Cason Wallace, which sadly Cason Wallace is going to be out for 1 to 2 weeks with that left shoulder injury, sprained left shoulder. If you saw that game with Oklahoma City and Portland, you saw him leaving the game with the holding that shoulder, so he's going to be out 1 to 2 weeks, but they are both tied for the league lead in steals on average. Derek White and DeJounte Murray are tied for 3rd, actually, with 2.0 steals a game, or actually technically tied for 2nd, however you look at it. Paul George at number 5, the same with Amen Thompson. They're tied for 5th or 3rd, however you want to look at it, with 1.9 steals each. Toumani Camara, 1.7 steals a game on average. He is actually the only one that is by himself as far as positioning goes. And then you have a slew of players tied for 8th. I believe that's a 7-way tie. Yeah, so you got Jared Vanderbilt from the Lakers, Dante DiVincenzo from the Timberwolves, De'Aaron Fox of the Spurs, SGA of the Thunder, Nikola Jokic, Dyson Daniels of the Hawks, and Aaron Nimhard. Both are in a slew of tie for number 8 in steals per game with 1.6 each, and that will round out the top 10 for the steals. And now we will be looking at the blocks now. Top 10, we have Walker Kessler, who actually is out for the rest of the season in real life. But in this universe, he is not hurt because he started the season started before he got hurt. So I'm keeping him in. So Walker Kessler, 3.3 blocks a game, leading the league there. Victor Wembanyama, at number 2 with 3.2 blocks a game. Chet Holmgren averages 2.5 blocks a game at number 3. In 4th in the league would be Nicholas Claxton, 2.1 blocks a game. Miles Turner of the Bucks averaging 2.0 blocks a game. Same with Rudy Gobert. So they are tied for 5th there. Robert Williams III, 7th in the league with 1.9 blocks a game. Then you have Anthony Davis, Khalil Ware, and Giannis round out the top 10, both tied for 8th with 1.8 blocks per game. And now we're going to look at the team statistics. We're going to go look at the top 10 just like we did with the players here. Points per game on average, scoring wise. The Thunder lead the league in scoring with 128 points per game. The Wolves at number 2 with 124 points a game. The Wolves are second in scoring, but they do have the league's best record. We're going to go look into that and after we're done looking at the team stats. Then followed by the Los Angeles Lakers at 122.3 points a game. The Hawks at 4th with 122.2. Then you got the Rockets at number 5 with 121.8 points a game. The Knicks at number 6 at 120.4. The Clippers also tied with number 6. You see them at 7, 120.4. They're tied with the Knicks. And tied for 8th will be the Grizzlies and the 76ers at 120.1 points per game. And rounding out the top 10 will be the Cleveland Cavaliers at 119.2 points they score every game. And now we are looking at points allowed per game. These are the bottom teams that we're going through. The least amount of points, the better defensive team we see here. The Minnesota Timberwolves have only allowed 105.1 points per game. They are the best of not allowing any points in the game, so they have the least amount of points. The Knicks at 107.2 would be number 29, or the second best defensive scoring team in the league. The Clippers at 109.6 points allowed a game. They are number 28th as far as allowing points in the game, or the third best defense, I should say. Mavericks, 110.3 points per game. They are number 27 in the league as far as points allowed. At number 26 would be the Milwaukee Bucks, 110.8 points per game. And as I said, it's 26 in the league in points allowed, but top 5 in defensive scoring. Chicago Bulls allowing only 110.9 points a game. They are number 25 in the league. Number 24 would be the Golden State Warriors, allowing exactly 111 points a game. And then you got a little bit of a drop off because you got number 23 or number 8 as far as defensive points allowed. The Indiana Pacers, 113.3 points a game that they allow. The Thunder, down under 113.7 points per game. They are number 22, or probably the ninth best defense scoring as far as allowing points in the league. It depends on how you look at it. And at number 20, or rounding out the top 10, will be the San Antonio Spurs, only allowing 114 points a game. But yet you look at it there, look at the difference. They are minus 3.6. They just cannot. They can score points, but they just allow a little bit more points, and that's the reason why they are 8-11 on the season. And let's go look at the field goal percentages by every team. The best shooting team in the league are the LA Clippers with the .534 field goal percentage. Number 2 are the Golden State Warriors at .530. The Suns at number 3, at .528. The Thunder, .521 points allowed. They are 4. Tied for 5th would be the Memphis Grizzlies and the Houston Rockets at .520. At number 7 will be the Los Angeles Lakers at .518 field goal percentage shooting wise. The Sixers are number 8 in shooting percentage at .514. The T-Wolves at .511, number 9, and the Hawks, the Nuggets, are tied for 10th at .505. And we look at the 3-point percentages. We see here we have the Thunder at .418. They lead the NBA in that category. The Hawks are number 2 at .409. The Knicks at .399. They are number 3 in the league. Number 4 would be the Celtics at .398. Number 5, the Grizzlies at .394. The 6th best 3-point percentage shooting team will be the Golden State Warriors at .388. The 76ers at .383 are number 7. And tied for 8th. And then you got rounded out the top 10. I say tied for 8th. So you got to say 9 and 10 will be the Lakers, the Clippers, and the Timberwolves at .382 for the field for 3-point percentages made. And we're looking at the top 10 teams now at the line. We have the Oklahoma City Thunder at .839. Number 2 will be the Dallas Mavericks at .827, as well as the Celtics, so they're tied for 2nd. At number 4 technically would be the Charlotte Hornets at .821. Nuggets at number 5 at .817. The Magic at .813 at 6. Number 7, the Minnesota Timberwolves at .802. The Sacramento Kings right at 80%, .800, number 8 in the league. Number 9 would be the Philadelphia 76ers at .796. And then we have the Atlanta Hawks rounding out the top 10 at .792. And now we're looking at rebounds per game as a team, where the Houston Rockets are the leading rebounding team with 51.9 rebounds a game, followed by the Cleveland Cavaliers at 50.6. The Timberwolves at number 30 at 49.8. The Pistons are 4th at 48.7 rebounds a game. The Knicks at 48.3 rebounds a game are at number 5. The Raptors, 48.1 rebounds per game. They are number 6. The Mavericks are at number 7 at 47.7. Trailblazers, 47.5 are number 8. The Milwaukee Bucks at 46.8 rebounds a game at number 9. And numbered rounding out the top 10 will be the Oklahoma City Thunder at 46.7 rebounds per game. And now we're looking at the assists per game here. The Lakers lead the league with 31.4 assists per game. The Warriors at number 2 at 30.2. Nuggets and the Hornets tied for 3rd at 28.1. The T-Wolves with 28 assists per game at number 5. The Hawks, 27.9 assists per game. They're at number 6. Number 7, tied for 7th, will be the Clippers and the Bulls with 27 each. The Raptors at 26.4 rebounds a game. And then we have the Sacramento Kings at 26 assists per game that round out the top 10 for team assists. And now we're looking at the last couple of categories. They're both going to be on defense this time. We start off with team steals per game. The 76ers, the only team in double figures right now. They have 10 steals per game, The Thunder at number 2 at 9.8. The Pelicans at 9.0 steals per game. They're third. The Pacers at number 4 with 8.9. Followed by the Timberwolves at 8.8 steals per game. They round out the top 5. Now getting to the bottom part of the top 10, we have the Milwaukee Bucks with 8.3 steals per game. Followed by the Los Angeles Lakers at 8.1 steals per game. The Clippers at 8.0 steals per game. They're at number 9. The Warriors are at number 8. I should say the Warriors are at number 9 with 7.9 steals per game. Followed by the Portland Trailblazers and the San Antonio Spurs, tied at number 10 with 7.8 steals per game as a team. And the last category for team statistics will be blocks per game. As you see, the Oklahoma City Thunder are number 1 with 6.4 blocks a game. Got the Magic at number 2 with 6.2. Mavericks at 6.0, they're number 3. Then we got tied for 4th will be the Grizzlies, Rockets, and Raptors with 5.8 blocks per game. The Spurs and the Hawks are tied for 7th with 5.7 blocks per game. The Bucks at number 9 with 5.6 blocks per game, followed by the Minnesota Timberwolves will round out the top 10 with 5.5 blocks a game. And those are going to be all your statistics for team-wise. We're going to be looking at the awards now for how each team, for the player awards for the months of October and November. And now we're going to look at the players of the week for each conferences, as we're 6 weeks into the season. And this is something that I'm probably debating on working on again, is maybe doing this after post-game ticker when the week comes to an end, so we can look at the player of the week individually and not just wait until these monthly season reviews here, because these are a lot to go through here. But first, we're going to look at October 20th through the 26th, which was the first week. We got Bam Adebayo from the Heat winning the Eastern Conference Player of the Week. SGA getting the Western Conference Player of the Week. October 27th through November 2nd, Trae Young won the Eastern Conference Player of the Week. Nikola Jokic got the Western Player of the Week for the honors that week. Then we go through November 3rd through the 9th. We got Giannis Antetokounmpo. He won the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, followed by SGA from the Western Conference. November 10th through the 16th, we got Pascal Siakam winning the award for the Eastern Conference, getting the Player of the Week, while Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man, got the Western Conference Player of the Week for that week. Now, followed by November 17th through November 23rd, Jalen Brunson won the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, with Victor Wembanyama getting the Western Conference Player of the Week. And then the most recent week that we did, because as I said, we are now done with the month of November 24th through the 30th, Trae Young won for the Hawks, won his second Eastern Conference Player of the Week, while Stephen Curry won the Western Conference Player of the Week. As we know, Curry is out for a while in real life, but in this universe, he's not out. And now we have the Player of the Month. The Eastern Conference Player of the Month for the month of November is Giannis Antetokounmpo, and he had himself a really good game against the Knicks in that game a few days ago. I go back, as I said, I'm going to put that game out, as well as the most recent game, and I'm sorry for that, accidentally backed into this one, so sorry about that. Going back to the Player of the Month. And then, of course, we got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander winning the Western Conference Player of the Month for the month of November. And then, last but not least, for the awards, we have Rookie of the Month. And for the month of November will be Philadelphia 76ers VJ Edgecombe for the Eastern Conference. And then for the Western Conference, probably no surprise here, Cooper Flagg winning the Western Conference Player of the Month, or Rookie of the Month, I should say. And we are going to start off with just the divisions first, and then we'll go through the conferences and how they are ranked. But first, we'll start off with the Atlantic Division in the standings. We got the Knicks at 16-3 and are currently on a 6-game winning streak. They are in first. The Raptors are in second at 10-11. The Sixers at 9-10, third in the Atlantic. Fourth place will be the Boston Celtics at 8-12. It's going to be hard without Jason Tatum. Followed by the Brooklyn Nets at 5-15. They are in the bottom of the Atlantic. In the Central Division, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers 13-9 in first place in the Central Division, followed by the Milwaukee Bucks at 12-10. Chicago Bulls are 11-9 on the season, followed by the Indiana Pacers, and then the Detroit at 10-11, and then we have the Detroit Pistons at 7-14 in fifth in the Central. The Atlanta Hawks lead the Southeast Division at 14-8. The Orlando Magic 11-10 on the season. They are in second place. The Heat at 9-12 in third place. The Wizards at 6-13 are in fourth, followed by the Hornets at 6-15. They are in last in the Southeast Division. Heading to the first set of the Western Conference, we have the Houston Rockets at 11-7. They are in first in the Southwest Division, followed by the Memphis Grizzlies and the New Orleans Pelicans at second and third at 10-11. At number 4 will be the Dallas Mavericks at 10-12, followed by the Spurs in last place in the Southwest Division. In the Northwest Division, we have the best team in the, not just in the Western Conference, but in the league at this point. We have the Minnesota Timberwolves at 19-1. They started off 7-0, lost their 8th game, and they have not lost since then. They are on a 12-game winning streak, including beating the Oklahoma City Thunder in a recent meeting on a video. That I didn't play that game, but that post-game ticker showed that the Timberwolves won the game. You see OKC right behind them at 18-3, a game and a half back. The Denver Nuggets at 9-11 are in third place. Portland in fourth place at 4-16, and then you got the Utah Jazz. I believe they own the worst record in the league at 2-18. And lastly, the Pacific Division, we have the Los Angeles Clippers at 16-5, with the Lakers at 13-7 in second place. Third place would be the Golden State Warriors at 13-8. The Phoenix Suns at 12-10, and then you just got the Sacramento Kings carrying everybody down, bringing everybody down with that 6-15 record. They are in the bottom of the Pacific. All right, so we're looking at the Eastern Conference. We have the New York Knicks at 1, the Hawks at 2, Cavaliers 3, Bucks 4, Bulls 5. The Magic are at number 6, which, remember, the top 6 will be in the main playoff field automatically. 7 through 10 will be in the play-in tournament. And those candidates right now are the Pacers, the Raptors, the Sixers, and the Miami Heat. And right behind would be the Boston Celtics, Detroit Pistons at 12, Wizards at 13, Hornets at 14, and now in the Western Conference, you got the Timberwolves at 1, the Thunder 2, Clippers 3, Lakers 4, Warriors 5, the Rockets 6. Remember, the top 6 in each conference are in the playoffs already. 7 through 10 are the play-in tournament teams, which would consist of Phoenix, Memphis, New Orleans, and Dallas to this point, followed by the Nuggets, who are just outside. Same with the Spurs, the Kings, the Trailblazers, and then you got the Utah Jazz at number 15. And those are your standings. And that is going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, looking over the statistics and the awards and the standings for after the months of October/November. Remember, coming up tomorrow, or I should say the Thursday, November 13th is when this game drops, will be the New York Knicks at the Boston Celtics from the TD Garden. See the Knicks, as I said, best team in the Eastern Conference at 16-3, taking on the Boston Celtics, who are struggling without Jason Tatum. They are 8-12 on the season. So please don't forget to hit that like, comment, and hit the subscribe button. with the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out. And also don't forget, my college football 26 content should be out later tonight. That is November 12th. If you're watching this at a later date, that starts actually week 12 of the college football season for simulation games. So do keep an eye on that. Until then, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As I am Vinny from VDub Productions, it is time for me to sign out. Have a good one, everybody.